Hello everyone, and welcome to an Education Commons and Rose Office video titled How to Protect Yourself from Phishing. In this video today, I'll talk about what phishing is, I'll show you some examples of phishing emails, and then we'll talk about how the Rose Office and Education Commons will come into play. So first things first, what is phishing? Phishing is an attempt by criminals to trick you into sharing personal information through a fraudulent solicitation in email or other electronic method. Phishing emails often appear legitimate and they pose a significant risk such as identity theft and data breaches. So let's dive into a phishing email example. Here you'll see an email that was sent to a student with the subject line that reads, "Final reminder, tuition deposit due today or academic access will be restricted." There are a lot of red flags you'll notice in this email, and I'm going to go through a couple key ways that you can determine if an email is legitimate or a phishing email. So the first thing I want to note is that the email requests sensitive information. This could be something like a student number, UTOR ID, or in this case, an Interac e-transfer confirmation email. They also try to pose as a trusted or a legitimate source. So usually they'll slap on a logo and really try to make it seem like it's coming from the University of Toronto. There's also a sense of urgency. In this email, they say, "Please reply to this email today." There's also unprofessional design or formatting. So even though they've included the University of Toronto logo, usually the logo is accompanied by the University of Toronto written in the proper font and not what looks to be a very basic text underneath. There's also incorrect or inconsistent details throughout the email. So in this particular phishing email, they keep referring to an acronym, but they mistype it several times. And there's also grammatical and spelling inconsistencies throughout the email. And lastly, there is a suspicious sender address. Here you'll see the email was sent from kellyvander9@outlook.com. While if you're a student, you will always receive emails from official University of Toronto email addresses. There's also inconsistencies with logo and branding as mentioned, and they try really hard to make it look like a University of Toronto email. So let's talk a little bit about the Rose Office. So the Registrar's Office and Student Experience and the University's Registrar's Office at the University of Toronto will never collect payments directly from a student through personal or one-off communications. Tuition and fees are only paid through Acorn using either a credit card or online banking. No one at Oise or the University of Toronto will ever ask you to send money via e-transfer, PayPal, Venmo, or any other unofficial method. If you have questions about an email you've received, if someone sends you a phishing email or an email you're unsure of, you can always contact directly with the Rose Office. The Rose Office will always send emails directly from official University of Toronto email addresses. They also have a phone number that you can verify if someone is calling you for information. And they also offer a Zoom drop-in if you'd like to see someone face-to-face virtually. And as always, check out the Rose Office website. Now it's time for you to take action. So if you get an email and you think it's a phishing email, don't click on it, respond, or open any of the links within the email. No one at Oise will ever demand immediate responses regarding finances or personal information. We will never ask you to share your UTOR ID login credentials, your bank account details, or credit card information over an email. If you're starting to apply for jobs at the University of Toronto or Oise, they are always posted through official University of Toronto systems and never just offered to you over an email. You can also join the Education Commons Zoom drop-in or come see us on the third floor by using our touchscreen if you have any questions about how to protect yourself from phishing. Also, if you do receive an email that you think might be phishing, there's a couple things you can do. The first thing is you can forward that email to one of these two email addresses, report.phishing@utoronto or oise.help@utoronto. And you can also use the report phishing buttons that are available in Outlook. If you're using Outlook in your web browser, you'll see to the picture up here beside me, there is a U of T report phishing button. If you're using the desktop version of Outlook, you will also see a report phishing@U of T button available to you. And lastly, make sure, as always, you reach out to Education Commons or the Rose Office directly if you have any questions about phishing emails and how to protect yourself. Thank you.